Least you can do is level with me. What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
We get the yin and yang news today from camp on the secondary. Some concerning stuff, some good stuff. I got some news from yesterday regarding Jonah and Brewer, and then some news about Minkah that I thought was very interesting. There's a lot of stuff to cover. I'm not going to get into all of it because it goes on too long, but I really want to dial into this. It's all over the place, all over the map of good and bad. So that's what I want to get into today, guys. Remember, the likes, the subscribes, comments, and views, all that stuff keeps Curtis in the biz, feeds those algo gods. So if you can help me out with that, I'd be much appreciative. Anyway, let's dig into it. My man PJ, who had a Seat at the Table podcast, episode 3, you could put it out this morning, sent me the video of Kader going down. You could see it here. Man, it didn't look good. I thought it was a hamstring at first, which is not good, but we can't afford that. I like Kader a ton. We need him more than I like him. And then Perkins came out and said he thought it was a ligament issue. Perkins isn't a doctor, but just even that going out into the ether is concerning. Kader's a big piece of the puzzle. And we signed Jack Jones, small cornerback with the Patriots, bounced around a little bit, was with the Raiders last year. Lots of trouble off the field. Small guy, 5'11", 180, but super fast. I think he's pretty good in man. I'm not sure about his zone coverage. So that was good news to add to the secondary. But then Kader went down, and I guess something you could add to it, which is a good thing, but it kind of makes me more concerned about Kader, is we signed Mike Hilton, Bengals. They said safety, but the guy's a nickel corner. He's 5'9", 184. And if you're signing Mike Hilton, that does put a little concern on Kader, who is expected to play the nickel spot. All right, let's take a look a little bit closer at their seasons the last couple of years. See, and they're good ads. You can see Jack Jones had 1,000 snaps last year. Coverage grades are okay. 59 tackles, though. 12 missed tackles. 22 stops, not bad. The completion percentage on him, 65.9, which is not great, but it's not terrible. 7 penalties. That's not a good one. He's a little grabby. 115.5 quarterback rating is not top of the line. So he does give some stuff up. But a year before it was half that. Still a lot of the penalties. So this is not a bad guy. He runs. I think the guy is really good in man coverage and can cover guys with his speed. But then you look at Hilton. You can see he hasn't had a full slate since 21. He's missed a couple of games. 737 last year, 876. But still, look at him in 2023 with that cover grade. Look at his 2024 cover grade. Yeah, a completion NFL rating of 105 is not super duper. Completion percentage 78.3, but you got to check to see what's the depth on it. 2 penalties. The guy can play. He's physical. I don't know if he's going to be like the 23 version or the 21 version, but overall, you really can't complain, especially at this late stage. Hilton is a little bit older, so you got to factor that in. And Jones is a little bit younger, but at this stage, this is about as good as we were going to get. Mike Hilton is a much better signing than Jack Jones. He could play. He's a vet. A little small too, 5'9", 184, but he's your nickel, and that was a good signing. But when you attach it to the concern of the secondary, with Kader going down, Cam Smith getting burnt today many times, the addition of 2 of these guys kind of says maybe they're not feeling the vibe on some of these Marshall and Bonner and Duck. I'm not saying they do. I'm not saying who. But when you add those 2 guys along with Stretch Armstrong, it says, hey, I'm not super comfortable. It's nice to get this addition of talent. Jack Jones and Hilton are good ads, but if there's some trouble in the background for some of these other guys who are looking to step up. Duck got burned today. Didn't see the play. It's only one play, but still. And then you add in this possible Kader issue. It makes it a very nebulous situation. Also, Cam Smith might be finding his way off this team when you add these kind of guys, especially if Kader returns, knock on wood. But this whole secondary, this is the first season I would say offensive line is not in the spotlight and center stage. This cornerback group, I don't know what's going to become of it. It's so nebulous, so concerning. And if Kader's down for a long period of time, guys, hold on to your hat. But this Hilton signing is a good one. I think Jones is one that you'd like to have as your back-end guy for certain duties. We just still got to hope now more than ever. Marshall, Bonner, and Duck step forward. This is just a crazy spin of events. Yesterday, I'll get into Jonah. There are people out there who evaluated the draft, way early, and they thought he would be a good left guard fit. I really didn't study the draft too much. I wasn't on that early ride. But when I saw him say his goal was to get comfortable coming off the right foot, it said to me he was playing left guard, and he has been. He's been paired with Paul. He is our left guard. This is a lockdown deal. He's been doing pretty good, supposedly stonewalled Grant. There was talk yesterday he's moved Sealer more than anybody has moved him since he's been here. That's good news. So we know now Jonah's on the left side. Paul's there. Showed how Paul, looks phenomenal. I mean, look at that picture of him. This guy's an animal, and he can move people in the run game. And if Jonah can do the same thing with Farrell Brown, again, this is going to be a huge deal. Now, another concern is he missed a couple of days. It wasn't in the reports, kind of popped up. But he's got some kind of calf injury, soft tissue injury. It looks like McDaniel says it's not a terrible deal, but sometimes when you get these calf injuries, remember Rodgers had calf injuries for years and then the Achilles goes. That's usually a sign that there's some structural issues going on with the Achilles. Not saying it is, but it is a concern. There's been some instability on this offensive line, and it makes sense. Brewer's your center. It's the center of it all. And if he's missing time, that's not good for this offensive line. He's a vet. He can come in a couple of weeks, and it's not that big. But if this is pointing to something bigger, if it lasts a little bit longer, it is not good. So we've got to hope that he gets in soon, and it's not a long-term issue. I'm not the hugest fan of Brew. I think he's really good in spots, but then he's got some weaknesses. But he's critical for us. Thank God. Again, we got Brunskill. Brunskill is a big piece for us. We're missing Eichenberg too, so we're in trouble until Eichenberg and Brewer gets back. Just kidding on half of that. So that's a deal. There's some injuries popping up, cropping up, some concerns, unknown about all of it. Clearly, Hilton is a good deal. Jones, I think, is a good deal. I thought they weren't going to spend any more money, but they did. And does that mean they're uncomfortable with the guys that got in the backdrop, or they just wanted to flesh this thing out? We'll see. We got more time. A lot of people were giving good information today. And then the last part is Minkah had a pick today. He is looking good. He is also, according to Kelly, out of guaranteed money. He signed Drew Rosenhaus because he's probably looking for locked money. In the NFL, at his age, you don't want to play without locked money because if you get messed up, then you get tossed to the side. They don't have to pay you anything. So he hasn't spoke to the media, at least as far as I know yet. Got Drew in there. Drew loves the money. And he loves, being hard-nosed. I don't think Minkah's going to do anything this year, but you never know. His mom might start calling again, and it could be some problems. I don't know, but the guy's playing great. Clearly, he's going to want more guaranteed money, at least next year, and that could run into a problem. But as far as it goes now, Minkah is a huge addition to the secondary. Mike Hilton, I like a ton, although I'm a little nervous what this says about Kader. But if everything works out, you got Kader, Hilton, and then hopefully Jones is in there. I don't know if I like him all the time as a boundary. Some people are saying that Hilton will play nickel and then Kader's on the boundary with Jones. Not terrible, better than more security than what we had. But definitely want to see Marshall. Definitely want to see a Bonner, and definitely want to see Duck step up. So it's very nebulous. But if all plays out, there is some hope because this front does look good. Phillips talked yesterday about Chop being a future Defensive Player of the Year candidate. And Phillips was too until the injury. So he knows good. And this is a good sign about our front. We definitely need some help on the secondary. Let's hope Kate is back. Let's hope these guys pan out, that we sign and some of these backing guys. But this is clearly a bigger issue than this offensive line. Although the Brewer thing, it's a little bit of a for now. So that's a deal, guys. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Curtis saying, be well, go Fins. Curtis out. Start building your own online sports book today by getting signed up with aceperhead.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.